Good morning, good morning. One day before Easter, I wanted to talk about Easter. But before I get into this, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you let everybody know about, this channel, this YouTube channel, The Present Dad. This channel, I try to come on and talk about things related to fatherhood, mental health, raising kids, raising a son with special needs. So I try to talk about a lot of things that a father has to go through. But again, before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and comments. And what I'm going to talk about today is, I remember, celebrating Easter as a young kid. I don't think we do it like that anymore. So make sure you leave comments down in the comment section about how you used to share or how you used to celebrate Easter and how it was for you. Now for me, I'm going to go about, I'm 50 years old, born in the 70s, raised in the 70s, 80s. I remember, as a little kid, man, I was pretty excited about Easter, we would get up. So first, let's go. It was, Easter's always on a Sunday. So I know that Saturday, my mother would take me and my siblings. We would go to the barbershop and get a haircut. And back then, we didn't have a lot of money and everything. So we will get the haircuts, like straight bald head haircuts. Get bald head haircuts to cut all the hair off. And then, it would take a little while to grow back. So, we would go to church on Easter Sunday, whatever the best clothes that we had. There was nothing fancy. Sometime it would be just a pair of jeans and a shirt and a pair of tennis shoes. We didn't have, fancy suits or fancy dress clothes to wear. But at that time and most times, it doesn't really matter what you wear to church, because you're not going to church to, have a fashion show. You're going there just to hear the Lord and talk about the Lord and worship, the Lord. Especially in African-American churches, they sing a bunch of songs and everybody is going crazy and loud and very, rambunctious and just loving life, and as a kid, you're just listening and looking at all this and soaking it in, and, you're not wondering what is, what the future holds for you or any of that type stuff. I didn't think about the future then and what my life will be like 40 years down the road and everything. But now, now that I'm a family guy and, have my own family, my own kids and things of that nature, we celebrate Easter a little bit differently. We still believe in, God and worship God and all that. But now, because I don't remember when we used to do Easter egg hunts when I was younger, we didn't put like money in the eggs, or we didn't put like special prizes in the eggs that you can, get stuff. It was just mainly candy in the eggs. Like now, families, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that, where they put like $100 bills, or, they put, whatever it is in the eggs to, give to the kids or everybody who's doing the Easter egg hunt. Now, like at my home, when we do the Easter egg hunt, it's more of a show and a competition between, my oldest son and my youngest son, and they go out and try to see who could get the most eggs, who could get the eggs with the biggest prizes in them, which is good. I love that. But then we got my middle son, who has Down syndrome and autism, and, we try to go around and, give him and let him pick eggs and do that. And sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. And he, depending on his mood, he may want to participate in this, or he may just say, you know what, I don't want to do it. I'm going to follow my brothers and try to run around and do what they do. Because, for him, especially Max, he likes to follow his brothers. And sometimes his brothers just take off running, especially when the Easter egg hunt starts. They just take off running. And so he doesn't quite understand, why is everybody leaving me? He doesn't like, they're like, why is everybody leaving me? I want to be part of it. And sometimes it just doesn't, pan out that way. But yeah, we, so now, and, we eat the traditional foods, the ham and the mac and cheese and the mashed potatoes and the potato salad and, everything that comes with it. But I just think now, I don't think Easter for, the 21st century, the new millennials and the new generation isn't as important as it was back in like I would say the late 70s, early 80s, mid 80s. It's just not, especially when I was a kid, it was of great importance. And it was, you were going to church. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to church on Easter Sunday. You're going to church. You're going to eat this nice food. You're going to have an Easter egg hunt, whether it rains, sleet, snow, whatever it may be. You're going to do all that. And now, I remember as a kid, I never took a picture on Easter. Now, but I do that for my kids. We do that as a family. And sometimes we go and take professional pictures. I wish I could have, done that as a kid to see, how the pictures would have turned out and what I look like. Because as of this point of being 50 years old, it is crazy. I have no pictures of myself. I got one picture. I think I may have been maybe 6, 7. One picture of myself, I was around like 6 or 7 at school at Augusta Circle in Greenville, South Carolina. Other than that, got no other pictures, and I hate it. And so that's why I'm a big picture taker now. And I take so many pictures, with my family of the kids, of everything that we do. But yeah, the Easter, how do you guys out there who may be listening to this, how do you guys celebrate Easter? Especially if you're 50 and older, do you still do the traditional things with going to church early in the morning and half the day, and then have, maybe at church, you may have a little Easter egg hunt and everybody pitch in and make some good food? Or do you not go to church and you still celebrate God and you just stay at home and you make food all day? How is it with the new generation out there? Leave comments down in the comment section and let me know how a lot of you guys celebrate Easter. And also, like I was saying, when your family dynamics is like mine, where it is not traditional. When I say traditional, not having all the kids to be typical, you don't get to do everything traditional. Like we don't, in my household, we don't get to do a traditional Christmas, a traditional anything, because with Max, everything has to be kind of like worked around that, because Max doesn't understand that it may be Easter or it may be a different type of holiday. So, you have to, prepare for that. And so, but at the end of the day, you can't really complain about it or anything like that, because I think for me, thinking about Easter all the time, I used to always wonder, what is it going to be like when I have my own family? How would I do Easter differently than how my mother is doing it? How would I have all of us, meaning the kids and everybody, get haircuts and the Saturday before, and everybody has to go to church and everybody has to do this? I try, now just to go with the flow of everything. Because again, like I said, with Max, you can't really do that. You can't really just say we're going to do X, Y, Z and it goes like that. It's just not possible, because Max, I mean, he may wake up one of the mornings and he's just not feeling it. He is just not feeling it. And so you have to kind of adjust to that. And so, you know, we have learned how to adjust to that pretty good now. Max is 14, so we've had 14, you know, go of these. So, but yeah, again, I want to know from, you know, people watching us, how are you guys going to do your Easter, and is Easter still a big deal to you? For us, Easter is a big deal. We still do it and still celebrate it and everything, because I want the kids to understand that, especially when you have family, that these are precious, precious moments that you want to cherish, and that hopefully, you know, our boys take this with their kids when they have Easter, and then they invite us over to come have Easter with their family. And, you know, you keep it as a tradition with doing all this. So for me, I don't look at this as anything that has to happen. I just want it to be memories for the family, because, you know, the kids are growing up so quickly. They're growing up so quickly. They're going to be out of the house, you know, before you know it, going to college. And you're going to be like, man, I missed out on this. I missed out on that. So for me, Easter or any other holiday, I just try to make the most of it, and, you know, try to celebrate it and try to have fun with it. And that's the most important thing, having fun with it, you know, because you can't do Easter like someone else family does Easter. You got to do family that's best for you, that, you know, that is helpful for your whole family. And so I would advise any family, anybody that's going to do any holiday, make sure you do it for yourself and your family and the people and your loved ones. Don't sit here and try to keep up with the quote unquote Joneses and, you know, have to do it a certain way, because I don't think any way is the right way. I think any way that you choose to do it is the right way for your family, you know? So for me, that's how it was growing up, you know, being in the church. And we used to go to church quite a bit. I mean, we used to go to church probably 3-4 days a week. Yeah, we used to go to church on like Wednesdays and Fridays, and, you know, have the little Bible studies. And, you know, as kids, we would go into the little class where they would read the Bible to us and scriptures. And I can just remember, you know, my mother used to say this guy's name, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have heard this name growing up. Guy named Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of that name. And I remember my mother used to listen to that gentleman, and every word that he said, she would, like, it was like gold to her. And at the time, I didn't really understand why she was doing what she was doing. But I understand now as an adult on why she was doing it. I didn't, you know, I don't agree with it, but, you know, that was what made her, during Easter and during Thanksgiving and during Christmas and these holidays, what made her, you know, feel close to God, was worshiping and listening to this guy, Reverend Ike, and sending him, you know, her very last dime, when, you know, he would, you know, say, you know, you send us and this prayer will come true and this and that. Because I could just remember under the pillows in the bed, it would be like something with him, something that he said, and I was always like, why are you, on Easter sending, a total stranger money? I didn't quite understand what that was, but, like I said, now I do. Again, I don't agree with it, but, that was her way of thinking that this is the best way for me to give back. And, this individual is who I like and like to listen to. And for me, I don't look at it like that. I just try to be a good human being on any of these holidays. Try to help as many people out. I mean, again, I try to do it what's best for my family, what's best for us, and not try to do it a way like everybody else is doing it. I just want to try to let God know that our family is one of the families who still worships him and, pray and believe in everything that he does. We may not, shout to the rooftop and do all that, but that's okay. I remember this saying when I was growing up: the loudest person is the weakest. The loudest person is the weakest. So just because you don't let everybody know what your views are on Easter or God, and that you go to church on Easter or you don't go to church, that what you're doing is right or wrong. Don't really let anybody dictate that for you, because if you want to do Easter to the traditional way, then by all means you do that. If that is the way your family does it, that's what you do. If not, you do it a way that's beneficial for your family, and you don't worry about anybody else. Once we as people in that society stop worrying about what others think of us, and not the people who are in our home that are most important in our life, once we continue to view what they think of us, we'll be better. We'll be better off in life. We'll be better off. You will have better holidays, because at that time, if some people are like, oh, you didn't go to church on Easter? How could you not go to church on Easter? Sometimes some people can't go to church on Easter. What if, like me, we have a son with special needs. He couldn't sit in no church when it has to be quiet sometime, because he has to have, headphones and an iPad to, keep him kind of busy. And if he starts to make a bunch of noise, he would disrupt the whole church. So, again, that wouldn't be beneficial for our family. Could I go to the church with my son Max and let him just act up the way he want to? I could, but that wouldn't do the rest of the church any good, because everybody will feel like that they didn't get what they got from church because of my son being loud and being very disruptive. And I could be one of those parents who sit here and say, like I said earlier, I don't care what they think. But it comes to a point of just respect sometimes. You got to know from, your family, when you're going out to any of these things for holidays, or, Christmas Eve, you may go to church, or, Christmas, you may go to church, or wherever it may be. That's a place of importance. So it requires the utmost respect. You can't just go in there and sit here and say, I don't care what anybody think. I can come in here and talk as loud as I want to, have my cell phone on, and, send text messages or whatever. I mean, could you do that? Of course you can. This is America. You could, you can do pretty much a lot of stuff. But it's not the right thing to do it. It's not the most respectful thing to do. So for me, I would never do that. There's just no way that I would do that. Yeah. I was gonna bring it out there, my friend.
I'm trying to warm up.
Okay.
My
Go ahead.
drivings.
All right. I just couldn't do that, me personally. But hey, who knows? Some people, you know, they're gonna do it the way they want to, which is okay. But for me, I'm not going to subject my son Max to, you know, going to church on Easter or any holiday when I know that's not the best place for him. It's not the best place for him during that time. The best place for him is to be at home and to feel comfortable in his own environment. So, yeah. So again, what do you guys think? Do you guys still like the traditional stuff that we do on Thanksgiving? What do you guys like as your favorite meal on Easter? I'm sorry, Easter, not Thanksgiving, on Easter. I mean, for me, I'm a big ham guy. I love ham. So for me, I like ham. I like to eat ham. I think I like ham a little bit more than turkey sometime. Because turkey can, if you don't cook it well, it can kind of dry out. And so, and ham is always seems to be very nice and moist and stuff like that. So, and I like traditional foods of mac and cheese, potato salad, mashed potatoes, just the typical stuff. But yeah, I was just thinking about Easter when I woke up this morning. I know Easter's going to be here tomorrow. Just, you know, thinking about it as a kid, how excited, you know, we were, especially like today on the Saturday before, you know, you go into the barbershop, especially African-American barbershops. They're really loud and animated, and a bunch of jokes are cracked. And I mean, it is pretty much, it's a lot of fun. And so for me, those were some good old times of going to get your hair. You know, I didn't get, like I said, I didn't get no fancy haircut. Just got a bald. Just cut it all off, cut it bald, and that it would take a little bit of time to grow back, so we can space it out between haircuts. And then get up that Sunday morning, put on whatever clothes you had, whatever the best dress clothes you had. Sometime, you know, it may be shorts, sometime it may be jeans. You know, always wore tennis shoes and a shirt, and, you know, went there and, you know, worship God, and, you know, had a good old time with the singing of the choir and everybody just having a good old time. And then afterwards having the Easter egg hunt and the nice food and all that. But like I said, again, I wish back then, you know, we took a bunch of pictures and, you know, videos and things of that nature, like, you know, like they do today, because I would love to see put in the 70s, the 80s, early 90s Easter versus the 21st century, on how everybody does Easter. And, you know, the Easter egg hunt, again, I think for the most part for the eggs, when they do the Easter egg hunt for the eggs and everything, I think it's a little bit probably more serious now, because, again, they put so much time into it and packing all these eggs with not only candy, but they pack them with money and special prizes and stuff like that. So people love, especially kids, love the Easter egg hunt. And my kids in general, my kids love it. They love doing all this. So again, I'm going to continue doing it the way I do it for Easter. I enjoy, you know, watching the cooking of the food for Easter, because that's a big part too, getting up and, you know, making the ham and making all the sides, and, you know, watching your kids run around the house and you know, they don't know the importance of it, but they do a little bit. So you watch them and how they react and how they interact, and then you just go back, especially for me, I go back and look at what was I doing, you know, 40 years ago during this time. How was I doing it? How was our house? How was the smell of the cooking in the house? How was the getting up in the morning, getting ready for church? How was that? And I can still remember it like it was yesterday. It was, like I said, pretty fun, and had a good time. And, you know, you always had a good time with your family. And then that Monday, the real world starts back up. And what do? You go back to school, and you just keep going. And, you know, now, like I said, these days are of importance to me because, you know, your kids are getting older. So you're trying to cherish each one of them, And for me, that's what's the most important, spending that quality time with the family and creating memories and being able to go back and look at videos and stuff like that. That is the fun part. So for me, I'm just in loving life. I'm a blessed human being. I'm blessed more than I ever could have known. I didn't think I will have the type of life that I have right now with my family and my kids. Again, I think good Lord has given me more than I've given. So every day that I'm on earth now with my family and other people, I try to give as much as I humanly possibly can give. You know, so I would say anybody that watches this, be thankful, love on your family, love on your kids. All holidays are special. Always be there for the ones who are most important to you. Let them know how much you care for them. Don't worry about anybody else who doesn't matter in your life. Again, if you watch this and you're watching it, please subscribe. Please like, please comment down at the comment section. Please share. This channel I'm trying to get established is all about, you know, fatherhood, being a father of 3, trying to raise 3 boys in this world, and, you know, mental illness, trying to overcome that myself, and trying to raise a son with special needs. You know, got my plate full, but hey, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm telling you right now, I would not have it any other way. I'm loving life. I'm loving life to the fullest, and I'm going to keep on loving life. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to try to be a problem solver and not somebody who complains all the time. I'm just not going to do that. So I hope everybody that's out there in this world have a great Easter tomorrow. I hope everybody have a great Easter. I hope everybody have as much joy with their family as that I'm going to have with my family tomorrow. And again, please please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. Please hit that share button. Please leave your comments. Let me know what generation you are, what you like to eat on Easter, what favorite meals you like. Do you like doing Easter egg hunt with your family? All of that. I want to hear from all of you guys. And if you guys have any ideas about what you would like for me to come on my channel and talk about, please leave down in the comment section. Again, like I said, I'm a father of 3. I'm a present dad. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I like to talk about mental health because I'm going through my own mental health journey. I like to talk about raising a son with special needs, and I like talking about raising my other 2 boys who are typical outstanding kids. So I have a lot to talk about, and I have a lot to share. I have a lot of knowledge to share. So anybody out there who wants to hear from me, let me know down in the comment section. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. I want to try to get my subscribers to over 150,000. And I need you guys' help. Thank you. God bless all you guys, and everybody have a great Easter tomorrow. God bless you guys, and I'm the present dad.